Sex. Part 6 of 8. Giving it, your body, away without anything in return, heart or life sustenance, is comparable to a smash and grab robbery where the store owner is left with nothing and the thieves take off with their joy without paying for what they took from the store owner. No respect for what is right, no thought or accountability for the actions if something goes wrong. Compare this to the dating world and having sex today. Vet the person you want to have sex with. Be patient. Make sure they're not going to run off with your jewels after they get what they want. Sex. You know, with the record numbers of STDs, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all that stuff, increasing over the past 10 years, folks, you got to be careful out there. If you ever wanted the perfect excuse to give, if you ever wanted to turn down the sexual advances from someone, just pull the old STD test on them. Oh, you want to have sex with me? Have you been tested? Tested for STDs lately? I never have sex with anyone unless they're tested. If you really like me, you'll get tested first. Come on, we can go together. Oh, you don't? You can't wait? You forget about what? Forget about it? Okay, fine. Yay! You just pushed away some loser who just wanted to use your body for his personal pleasure. Quick STD story. Someone with a lifelong STD once gave this great advice, which was, get tested and have them get tested. You don't want to live with an STD for life, all because you slept with a total stranger for just an hour. Don't risk it. You don't want this STD. Trust me, I've heard some absolute horror stories from women about the advances some men have made on them regarding their desire to have sex with them. Granted, it can go both ways. I've had countless women want to sleep with me. What do I tell them? I say to them, oh, I'd love to sleep with you. Have sex. You are so hot. But I have a rule. We have to be in a relationship to do so. And we don't have a relationship, we have a friendship. We don't have a relationship, we have a friendship. So we're just going to have to remain friends as I'm pretty busy right now and don't want to be in a relationship right now. Blah, 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 blah. Sure, they might feel a tad let down, but on the whole, they probably had a little more respect for me because I displayed some standards, whereas most men don't have any in this area. Maybe not most, but a lot. I found throughout my lifetime it's better to not sleep around when you're not in a relationship or for all the right reasons. I don't have regrets. I don't have the consequences of mistakes I could have made because I never got myself in those situations. And whenever I was in a relationship, boy, did I make up for remaining celibate during the times I wasn't. Sex. Learn the art of telling erotic adventures to your love interest before you actually have sex with them for the first time. As you get closer and want to have sex, don't. This goes for sharing naked pictures of each other, sent via text, etc. No, don't do that. Instead, share erotic conversations and talk dirty, to some degree, over the phone, via Zoom, in person, etc. Test the waters, sexually speaking, between you two with words and not your bodies. Early on in your budding relationship, you or this other person might say something that turns you off. Wow, in our conversation, I picked up on something I didn't like. I'm glad we were just messing around with words and not our bodies. I think I'm going to have to cut this off and not see that person again. Thank God I didn't jump into bed with him or her too soon. Sure, we talked dirty a few times on the phone, but I'm just glad I didn't get naked and do the deed. So when the time comes, instead of getting naked and doing the deed, kind of switch it up and go down that road with your words in your mind and talk, telling erotic adventures of the things you could do, fantasize about going to the Caribbean or having sex in a penthouse hotel suite with a jacuzzi. Oh, good stuff. Sex. Look at sex like buying a home or renting an apartment. You can't live in any home or apartment unless you pay to stay there. You must also commit to a 6 to 12 month lease. I know we can't force people to give us a year of their life in exchange for some sexual fun, but that's the problem. People are letting others squat on their property without the benefit of getting paid for using that property. This has to be a no-go transaction for you going forward. No pay or commitment, no play, sex. Think about that. Sex. Learn about the sexual history, desires, wants, needs, fears, and fantasies of the other person you wish to get involved with by talking to them over the phone, face-to-face, online or offline, first, before you ever have sex. Wow. The things you'll learn when you just talk to someone. You'll learn a lot about them without ever having to touch their body or expose yours. Armed with that kind of information, your first time having sex will be that much more fulfilling rather than some clumsy, embarrassing event filled with first-time nervousness, jitters, concerns, worries, and so forth. You wouldn't embark on a long-distance drive without looking at a map first, would you? Why not talk things out before you do the deed? I would, and I have. It pays huge dividends that you can't even believe. Try it. You've got nothing to lose.